All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast, NBA Basketball Edition. How is everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
Alive after the snowstorm.
Dig yourself out.
27 and a half inches. Yep, we're good with like 8-foot drifts. We're good. We're good.
Paul, you're being a little quiet already. Should we be worried?
No, I've condensed all my emotions. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, we're happy to be here tonight with some of the reoccurring members that show up for this one. We got Mike repping his Hornets tonight. Paul, who are you repping today?
Blazers, but if you want, I can, I'll represent the Sixers, probably better than anybody else from Philadelphia will at this point.
I'm going to take a risk here and say I think you should be a Philly representative tonight, and I'll just be ready to do some censoring.
Well, I guess I'll just be ready to lose a bunch of points for no reason, huh?
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Did you not get my feed? Maybe the feedback wasn't received.
And we got Christy here repping her Heat tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Everybody that's joining us and watching, thank you. Something that looks like you'd have fun with and be interested in, check out our website and sign up, become a member. Before we get into the conversation of what's going on, let's give a quick recap of the internal competition. Last week, we had 3 categories: field goals by any player. That went to the Heat with 20. We had rebounds team total. That went to the Heat with 53. And we had blocks team total. That went to the Blazers with 12. So Paul finally got a point. He's finally on the board. Good job. That's awesome. The scoreboard recap is Mike at 4, Christy at 4, Team Philly 2, Team Boston 1, Paul 1. And I'm just going to go out on the record and say Mike's 4 is better than Christy's 4.
Yes.
Ouch. I'd be winning right now had I not missed 2 weeks. You know that.
That's why his is better.
Stupid job. Stupid Bills.
No. There's a game going on right now, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
I think my 4 actually is more impressive than her 4 because 2 of the categories that I won were things that won't get touched anytime soon. Nobody else, I don't care what week it is going to have no player get more than 1 turnover. That might not happen again.
That is impressive.
I don't know when
Mike,
the
I'll
next
give
time
that to
that's
you.
going to happen. And 25 3-pointers in a single game is also a massive number that my Hornets put up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So my 4 is pretty good.
It is a good 4.
I'll tip my hat. There you go. That's all you get.
That's more than Paul would have given me.
Didn't you?
I'll take it.
Christy, didn't you get some points somehow from Bam's 83? Somehow there's.
Well, yeah,
you got a point from there.
That's my 20 field goals. Yeah,
20 field goals.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
I'm good.
Yeah,
impressive.
you're right, Paul.
You're
right, Paul. Her 4 is pretty good.
Yeah, Bam 83.
Last week, Mike challenges Bam's skill set, and then the next day he says, "Hold my beer."
Not even.
No, not
even. It was like an hour later.
Was it? Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was the same.
Yeah, the game was happening while we were recording, and then, oh my God, that was amazing. Thanks, Mike. You set my team up for that one.
I got in the Discord and was like, Bam's got 55, and there's like 6 minutes left in the third quarter, everybody.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was a great game. That was fun.
I don't know if you guys are prepared to talk about this, but I think it needs to be a topic tonight. Bam does need to be discussed because I don't like the way that they got him there.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, I said it after it happened. It was 100% manufactured. At the end, it's one of those where somebody tries to get a triple double, and sometimes they'll take the rebound or something away if it's not real. But the way that he was triple teamed on an inbounds, and they did nothing but still try and get him in there. And if you go to the line 43 times or something like that, I think
they were intentionally fouling and intentionally missing free throws down the stretch so that they could gain more possessions and get him this more than 81 points, more than Kobe had. You're up 30, you're up 25 points. That's not how you it's just the integrity of the game. Not a fan.
He shouldn't even
Are you
been
just
in the
saying
game.
it because it passed Kobe and you think it's tarnished?
No, because you just, Steve, I mean, it's ridiculous that you're pulling these antics at the end of a game, not because you're trying to win, but because you're trying to manufacture something that wasn't even a record. Like, yeah, it's a big deal. Don't get me wrong. Even if he had gotten 70, it would have been a big deal. It's a much bigger deal to beat Kobe, but it's not even the record. Like, Wilt's got the record. Everybody, like, recognizes that. Like,
Record.
Yeah.
It's a
This is the highest.
True.
This is the highest on video anybody's ever seen.
I don't know. I just feel like everybody was in on it. The other team was in on it. He went to the free throw line. He went to the free throw line 40 some times. It was like the most in history. The refs were in on it. Everybody was in on it. It was sad.
You know,
Sounds like
great,
Mike
but it
had a
was sad.
parlay that didn't go his way.
on the other side of it, though, I mean, there's other people that are like, man, go for it. I don't care if you're just breaking your high school record. Like, if you have the opportunity to break a record, and I mean,
well, I will say, no matter what sport it is cool. Like when a team will allow the player to stay in and try to beat a record, because a lot of times they take like the responsible route and they go, all right, we're ahead. It's crazy. Let's pull you back so you don't get hurt, and you can respect that. But like as a sports fan,
that.
Sometimes you're like, hey, I want to see them stay in and do this. Like we're about to watch history. So
yeah, but the way he was doing it in like
it's
the fourth quarter, you could have picked anybody in the gym to have the fourth quarter that Bam did the way that he did it. Anybody in that gym could have done that. I'm not saying in the first half, definitely, but in the fourth quarter, that was like 2022 All-Star game kind of performance.
Sounds like you're giving my Brunson usage argument.
Did you see what Kelly Oubre said about it? I don't know why they were talking to him about it. They were just polling people who are doing post-game news conferences after it had happened, and he was like, "It's impressive. I'm sad he beat my boy Kobe. Oh, and by the way, Embiid did it better in 3 quarters and much more efficiently."
There's the Phillies rep.
This is true. This is true.
it was fun. It was exciting. It was hilarious. I think it was just more fitting because of all the crap that Mike talked during the podcast.
I agree.
About
100% agree.
And then
I wasn't really talking. I
later,
wasn't even really talking
you were,
crap.
Hey,
I was just
you said I started a rivalry when all I said was my team was ranked higher than yours, and that started a rivalry.
Fair enough.
All right, let's just keep it fair here.
I said he wasn't as good as D Wade when it came to scoring.
Right.
And then he went out there and put D Wade to bed.
He just wanted to make sure he gets closer. Like I said, I don't want D Wade's record to go away. D Wade is the reason I'm a Heat fan. He was a Marquette boy right here in Wisconsin from Chicago. He's the reason why I'm a Heat fan and will always be a Heat fan. I don't want to see that record be broken. I want that to live forever for D Wade, but it was cool to see Bam turn around and do that same night after the pod. That was fun. That was a good time. And you're winning
outside of
now.
that, what else happened for your team, Christy?
Well, we kept that streak going all the way till we had to play the Magic, which was the most important one, because then that would have taken their spot from them in 5th place. And instead, we lost and dropped to 7th, and now we're playing Mike's Hornets right now. So it was a good week.
I'm surprised the Magic are that good. I mean, you're down.
I am too.
With Franz, is it Franz or Moritz? I know they're both there, but one of them is significantly more missed than the other, and still doing real well. I mean, it's the East, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, we lost to them. Yeah, we took that big old number off the wins in a row column and had to start back over, and hopefully we go back to 1 tonight. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So how many did Bam have in that game?
21, I think. 2021, he was hovering right around there. And then Bam's not playing.
So when they don't cheat, he's human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. All right. What's the score update on the Heat and Hornets game?
14 Charlotte, 10 Miami with no Bam. Oh, Bam might come off the bench. He's day-to-day right now, so we'll see.
Oh, I didn't even know. I haven't been paying attention. I have it on, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know Bam wasn't playing, so
No, Bam's not
that's
playing.
good news.
Bam is not playing today. Well, maybe not playing. He might come off the bench. We'll see.
Last thing I need him is him putting up 80 against the Hornets. Jesus,
If he
I'll
did it
never
2
hear the end
Tuesdays
of
in a
it.
row and then against your Hornets, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Rivalry over.
Yeah.
If that were to have happened.
Would you succumb to that one and be like, all right, you win?
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, come on, Bam. Just kidding, not hurt.
Well, Paul, let's swing it over to you. Portland got you a point last week. What's
Yeah, for
what happened outside of that?
Most part of it, for the most part, I missed what they were doing last week. It was championship week, and it was all college for me to pay attention to that.
You lost to the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say anything about that either, like not proactively, but, what do we lose to, a sixth place team or something like that in the East? Whatever you
Yeah.
are.
Ninth,
Sorry.
maybe ninth, I think. 10th, I don't know.
Again,
You're 10.
our players just like to play basketball, so we're going to hover in and ensure that we play in the play-in game. But they may decide just to take their ball and go home and take the 11th seed. Who knows how the season will end up here. I think the Warriors are in a free fall, so I think there's kind of a free spot that'll be there in the play-in game. So I think we can still get in there. Again, I didn't take a look at the stats this week, really, but I'm hoping that Scoot Henderson continues on what he was after he came back from injury.
Scoot?
Yeah, where did he come from? Like I thought he was like Busto from the gate, it seemed like. And the past couple weeks, it seems like you're hearing more and more about him. He seems like he's playing better.
Yeah. He's been injured. He's been out, I think, a lot during the year. I mean, so he's probably not going to make All-NBA now, but be eligible. But no, he hasn't. And that was the first thing they said after like 2 or 3 games. They were like, this is what they expected Scoot Henderson to look like when they drafted him number 2. But as of this point, like, they weren't expecting it right now. So it was a pleasant surprise. So he can be in there and still be a constant contributor and not, offset the balance that they've had without him. That's kind of made them, I wouldn't say they're better than mediocre. I think the Chauncey Billups thing needs to be, I think I do like Chauncey Billups as a player and a coach, but you got to move on for this. I don't know, there's no end game with him being there. There's no end game. So
wait a minute, with Chauncey's not at all involved with your team anymore, is he?
But he's not like fired or anything, I don't think.
Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't realize that. What is it, like on one of those unpaid leave situations or something like that? Like,
yeah, I assumed he was like removed from like everything basketball related.
Would have thought he was on like some kind of blacklist at this point.
I don't think any of them had anything actually fully happen to them yet, did they?
What, Christy, might technically be right, and that could be part of it.
Because
you're innocent until proven guilty.
Like Scary Terry's still just chilling around, I mean, yeah, nothing's.
He's on unpaid leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
the allegations were serious enough that like I would understand if like a league or somebody was like, "Hey, you gotta go."
But that's what I assumed was going to happen right away.
But they were also blatant. Like, it was very blatant that he was involved. Like, there's no one he can't dispute. I don't even think he did dispute that he was there. Like, you can't be a part of any of that. If you're present during a drug deal or any kind of, felony, you're an accomplice. You're part of it. To some degree.
Especially when the FBI has been like surveillancing you,
right, for like 10 plus years. Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure they have all kinds of wiretaps to be like, not only were you there and we see you, we also can hear you. We're just waiting for it to all come out.
We know who you are.
Just need to move on from that completely. But I'm a little surprised that it hasn't energized the team, but it also hasn't made them take a step back. They easily could have tried to, I wouldn't say tank, but just start to kind of give up a little bit, but still seem to keep pushing. So I'm all over it.
So Paul,
I kind of didn't. Go ahead, Christy.
I was gonna say, do you think if your team hovers at that play-in spot, do you bring back Dame if you get a playoff push? Do you pull the Boston Celtics? What do you think?
He's like 10 years older than Jason Tatum is. I don't think that's a good
He looked
idea.
great shooting threes, though.
Hey, I was going to say he can shoot threes.
looked
Put him in
great.
the corner.
I mean, I guess, I mean, he could come out there with like one of the Forrest Gump kind of braces out there and just kind of hang around in the corner. And I mean, you pass enough and he should be able to get open in the corner. You know, if there's going to be some Dame time, I would love to see some Dame time. But I don't know if you bring him back like that. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think he's going to be like Jason Tatum. And I'm not completely sold that bringing Jason Tatum back was a great idea.
I'm not either.
For him to be back right now playing basketball is a medical miracle. I don't know. He could end up Grant Hilling him and he just go from injury to injury from here.
Oh, that would be terrible.
That would be awful.
Even as a non-Celtics fan, that would be awful to see.
Yeah, as a Carolina fan, that would be awful to see. I like Jason Tatum. So, and I think he's very good for the league. He's one of those people that's good for the league.
I agree.
The way that Anthony Edwards should, if he wasn't Anthony Edwards.
Well, now he's out.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's out for weeks.
Yep. What do they say? 5 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a few before they even think about evaluating.
What did you say? You made me look it up to make sure I wasn't like misremembering. What did you say about Jason Tatum in North Carolina?
Well, even though I'm a Carolina fan and I do like him.
Okay, all right.
Because he went to Duke.
I thought you were saying that was why you liked him, and I was like, I don't understand.
No, that's why I should wish that the other Achilles just ruptures, but I'm not going to because of him.
I've never seen you say anything like not terribly mean about a Duke player. Like,
well,
that was like you didn't praise him exactly, but you didn't say anything mean either, and it just threw me for a loop.
That's very nice.
We can start
Paul.
talking about the Duke players who have played for the Hornets currently. We can do that if you want to resurrect that. I can get pretty angry about that. It'll probably be a -1, but
yeah, well, by all means, then. You got one too many in the scoreboard right now, so find a way to get back down to your 0.
His whole one.
I should have. It's a pretty strong 1 because it should be at least a 2 right now.
It should probably be a 4. You should probably be tied with me and Christy.
It must be that Nazi regime that we're under that just it's killing me.
Oh, brother. Mike, you're up.
I don't have much else. I mean, we talked about it. I've lost to Christy once in the past week. I've beaten Paul once in the past week.
Good enough.
Hopefully getting revenge on Christy here tonight.
Awesome.
We'll see. We'll see. Time will
tell.
tell.
Anything else going on in the league?
I am with Paul. You know, this is prime college basketball season, so I haven't done a whole lot of NBA watching myself the past couple of days.
But it is St. Patrick's Day, and you know they got the green jerseys out.
Oh, yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
We all keep forgetting. Yeah, St. Patty's Day.
Sorry.
I was trying to find a segue, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
Hey, look, I'm just glad that St. Patty's Day didn't fall on tournament day this year. We've had some. I love St. Patty's Day. I'm Irish through and through, you know. But man, when we go out to the bars for March Madness, I want to watch basketball. And when it's St. Patty's weekend and March Madness falls on the same weekend, you get this mix of crowds and you get this like Irish dancing music and Irish dancers at the sports bars and tap dance shoes and crap. And it's like, what the hell is happening? I'm trying to watch basketball.
That would never happen here. Just come to Wisconsin. I promise you that will never happen in my bar. It is all basketball from the time we open at 10:30 in the morning until we close that night.
As it should be. I don't care if it's Christmas. If it's March Madness, it's March Madness. There is no holiday that supersedes this.
December
it is
Madness.
Christmas. It's a floating holiday because it comes on a different day every year, but it's Christmas.
That's cool.
I love it.
Well, hey, before we close up the second half, we had some crazy weather come through our areas here in the last day or two. Christy, you want to share your experience in Wisconsin?
Oh, yeah. So we had the most snow we have had since 1889.
Whoa.
And I knew
Nuts.
everybody was like, they're like, this storm every time they say there's going to be a storm, it never shows up. We never get the snow we're supposed to get, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't ever happen. And I was like, So it was supposed to start Sunday at like 7, and it didn't start at 7, but it was sunny out before we left work. And we were like, this looks like it's going to be so bad. We're just probably not going to open tomorrow. And then at 9 o'clock, it started and it never stopped. And it was ridiculous. And we woke up Monday morning to probably, I want to say, like 6-7 inches, which you're thinking, hey, not a big deal, right? But then it rained and sleeted and got really cold and froze. So then you had like a half-inch layer of ice on top of that. And then we took a break for like 3 hours, and then all hell broke loose, and it snowed another 21 inches from Monday afternoon until Tuesday afternoon. And it was just, we had travel bans. You were not allowed to park on the streets. Like plows I've never seen a plow truck get stuck. There were plow trucks stuck. The entire city was shut down, minus, I think, like, I know you guys have like Wawas and all of that. Like ours is Quick Trip. So the only thing that was really open was like Quick Trip and Motomart. And that was it. Like grocery stores tried to open on Sunday and they were like, nope, just kidding. We're going to close. And schools are still closed today because there was so much. It was like 8-foot drifts. Couldn't get into the bar. It was drifted over the top of the door, taller than me. Granted, I'm only 5 feet tall, but yeah, it's been fun. So school's still not in today because they still weren't able to clean all the schools out to get the kids safely to school. The rural roads haven't been cleared out. Yeah, it's been insane, but we all made it.
So I'm surprised that, I mean, when you said it, my jaw dropped, but 27 inches, that doesn't seem like a record number for your area of the country.
No.
So, like, if you look at Wisconsin, right? Like, Wisconsin's shaped like your hand, and, like, here's Green Bay, and, like, here's where I am. Up here, they got, like, 40 inches, and that's normal for them. Like, they get that all the time when you get up on the border by the evening. But for us down in town, and we're far enough away from Lake Michigan that we don't get the lake effect snow. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, that's 28 inches in 36 hours for us is a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not a lot of snow, because it is.
Yeah,
here it's the most in about 130 years or more.
yeah, it's insane. It was fun, but we're here. We made it through.
And Paul, you had the other end of the spectrum, right?
Yeah, we had tornado warnings all day long. All schools in Virginia, for the most part, were canceled or at least let out early. All afternoon activities, sports, and everything completely canceled without question. Didn't get one tornado warning until it was bedtime at 8:30. And for about 30 or 45 seconds, I was wondering if the roof was going to come off. But it didn't look like it was as bad as it was, at least for where we are. There were some bad areas, and I think they still said like 100,000 people or so lost power in our state, but not where we were. But people 100 miles from us, Mike, after we had the storm yesterday, it actually snowed in Lynchburg at the tail of the storm. That was something random. But it closed it from here, border of North Carolina, Virginia, all the way to up where you guys are.
Mike, I was telling them that there's people we know not far from where I am. They have these big barn on the property, and like a section of the roof went off. They lost barn doors. They had a big
probably wasn't built by
back.
the Amish then. That's why it came off.
I mean, this thing had to be 1,000 years old. I don't know, it's old. It's an old barn. But they also had one of those big campers, like on like the jack stands and everything, and the backside of their property. It like pushed it off the jack stands and like bent like the tongue from hitting the ground. It's like, and that was just 5 minutes up the street from me. Crazy. But all right, well, hey, we're going to take a quick break, and when we do, we'll get 3 new categories for our competition and see what happens. I hope it lands on TIR.
Hope it lands on something the Hornets can win. Chrissy's catching up too much.
Well, that's not TIR then.
All right, we'll be back. What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. The law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the second half for the second time. We're going to get these wheels spinning, get categories selected for next week's competition, and we will get them going right now.
There we go.
Woohoo!
There we go.
Looks a lot less rigged doing it this
Oh.
way.
Absolutely. Steals single player. All right.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
It's mellow. It's mellow all day. Scoot Henderson sucks.
It's possible. But not right now. Possible. He'll get there.
Yes.
Oh, you got it.
Yes.
You got it.
Con.
You got your
TIR.
category.
Nipple.
TIR single player. Let's go. All right, let's get our third one.
I bet it's a white one this time. Oh no, what are the odds?
75%.
Well, Christy,
All
I
right.
hope you get TIR because
No, I want the
3
3-pointers.
pointers, team total. There's Mike.
Nope.
Man, remember my stat?
All right.
Who remembers my
Here we go.
stat?
Mm-hmm.
Who
That happened
25.
one time.
The top three. No, the other stat. The top 3-pointers
Yeah.
in all the NBA.
Yeah,
who has
yeah.
the most 3-pointers made? Top 3 guys are Hornets.
Yeah,
It might not be true anymore, but I'm still saying it,
It's just
even
gonna
though it
come
was
down
like
now.
2 weeks ago.
That's
same
Look it
crazy.
up.
same thing when you said you were winning the game tonight. That's also now a lie.
Nobody likes you.
I like you, Paul.
Can we
You're
get-
all right in my book.
Can we get a score update?
34-33 Miami.
Okay. All right.
It's
Is
only a
Bam in yet?
1-point lead. Don't get cocky on me, Paul. Don't jinx me.
Paul, did you want to go ahead and rep Philly?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's how I'm going to rep Philly. We're all going to celebrate Joel Embiid. You know why we're going to celebrate Joel Embiid? For this stat only. I was going to wait, but today sounds just fine for it. I want to commend him because as of, I think it was yesterday, he has played in exactly as many games as he has missed. And by the way, he's played 930 games. He is 485 played and 485 missed. And that was part of, he was supposed to be considered
That's
part
what
of the
happens when you
success.
don't play back-to-backs. I feel like that's a very accurate.
But I mean, and he was supposed to be, he is part of the process that was successful somehow. And that's what success looks like, is you miss more games than the top 10 players in the 90s did in their entire career combined. We'll just go there.
True.
Like, I don't think he missed more games than the 92 Dream Team did in their entire career. I'll go out on a limb. How about that? So
That'd be interesting.
yeah, I mean, but that's ridiculous. But that's the way that Philly goes. And I know that they want to trash the owner, and all this, how he treats the players and things like that. I hope he treats them not that bad, since he shares ownership with the Redskins. So let's hope that he's not that bad of a person. But let's face it, just about every one of the people in Philadelphia is that bad of a person. And I don't really have anybody here right now that can say otherwise. So for the most part, I'm going to have to be right. That they're pretty much terrible fans, that they treat their team terribly. And I feel bad for the Sixers, the individual Sixers themselves, most of them, except for Joel Embiid and obviously rest in peace to his career, Ben Simmons. because they're the biggest thieves in the NBA's ever seen. But yeah, I'd love to tell you that Maxey and Edgecombe are going to be the truth and are going to lead the Sixers to a championship. But you keep bringing in, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something dumb and like bring James Harden back. I mean, like, you need to get rid of Paul George. All he's going to do is cost you money. You're going to have to, you're forced to play him. He's got to be on the court. And I mean, I think the PED thing is probably the best thing that happened to them this year. I don't hate a lot of their players. I like Maxey and I definitely like Edgecombe. I loved him at Baylor. I didn't know coming out that he was
putting an extra R in his name, Randy?
No. Edgecombe? VJ Edgecombe?
I was hearing Edgercombe.
No.
I think it's.
I don't think there's an R in there, is it?
I don't know. I would have gone with Edgecombe.
I thought there was another E in there. I thought it was Edgecombe. Either way, he's been awesome. He's been great. But they're just going to screw it up again. I mean, I hate Jared McCain and anybody else that paints their fingernails like that. But because they go to Duke, but they traded him for a box of chocolates, and that was dumb. He was a young star that they could have built around with, we'll just say VJ and Maxey. So I mean, they just keep making wrong moves. So
did you see the meme I put in the Discord a couple of days or weeks ago about that? You
was it about Jared McCain?
Yeah, going up. It was when the fight with Joker happened. Remember that?
I'm guessing he did not. Well, let me guess. He did not participate.
He did not participate, but he was like walking up behind the big scrum of people, like with his hands up, and like the meme was like basically him going up. It showed his nails all painted and just going, "Guys, stop, stop,
don't, please don't."
Yeah.
Somebody might get hurt. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think he's a tool, but he was worth a whole lot more. And I don't know why it's like making trades with like the Eagles. Like, don't make trades with the Eagles. You're gonna get screwed. Why would you have sent Jared McCain to the frickin' Thunder? Like, good Lord. Why do they need like a number
question
that they can take off the bench at number 8? Like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, they really do everything wrong. I mean, I'll say that about the Blazers. Might draft wrong every once in a while. Treat the players right, and we don't bring in a bunch of asshats like they do that are just literally just oxygen thieves. How'd I do?
Paul, do these terms just come out of you, or like are they stored back here for like just for the right time to be used?
There's a vault. Haven't you seen that movie?
I was assuming there's a vault.
The or that movie Inside Out or whatever, where all the different little like emotion things are talking to each other. Yeah, there's a vault that everybody's got for different emotions in there.
The little red guy just controls yours.
Yeah.
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 I love it. I love it.
He's got a sensor guy that lives in his brain full time that's getting paid like triple overtime.
It's awesome. Well, we do have a members pod coming up after this one. I'm sure there'll be a lot of March Madness talk there. But just for a quick reference here with this group, do you guys have anybody that your heart's telling you is going to pull it out and win it this year for March Madness?
The 16's going to upset Duke right away. First round. No, in my dreams. What is it like? I can't remember.
In all of our dreams.
I know. Yeah, Tar Heels to win it
that
all.
That would be like
to lose in the
yeah.
first
That would
round.
be getting the big pony under the Christmas tree, like on Christmas.
We'll see. I think. I want to see Duke lose. I want to see North Carolina at least make it 3 rounds. I would love to see 3 rounds out of the Tar Heels, Paul. That would make me happy.
I would be ecstatic. I would be absolutely ecstatic.
And then I'd like to see the Badgers go a couple rounds to keep us busy here at work, and then we can just not Duke.
That's literally it. I've said it before, and it's a terrible take, but it's a take that I have. Is I would give up any championship that any of my team does could get, as long as in at least college basketball, Duke loses. Same thing with the Cowboys. As long as the Cowboys don't win a title, I don't need the Redskins to. I just don't want the Cowboys to. I want them to lose that bad. And it doesn't make sense, but that's just what it is. And I absolutely feel that way against Duke. It's literally like the field against Duke for me.
I would love to see UConn do it. I don't think this is their year. I think Arizona is the best team in the country playing right now.
Yeah,
the way they're playing.
I think the only thing that kind of tipped me a little bit backwards was what happened in the SEC at the very end, dude. I had Florida going from, like, what was it, like December or something like that? They were like something like, I don't know what it was, but they were barely even ranked if they were ranked. And they've been on a tear. And I'm looking at the roster and I'm like, all you did was just get better. Like, I think they got better than last year. They have the biggest 3, 4, 5 that I see in the country, and they're all really good. They're not just big. I mean, I think it would be Florida and Arizona is my final two, and I do think Arizona. I love Arizona. I've loved Arizona for a long time before Andre Iguodala was there. But every time they disappoint me, and they have a really highly rated team, and they've never ever put it together. Besides the one time with Miles Simon and Michael Dickerson and Mike Bibby, but besides that, they just can't put it together. But I think they're equipped to do it. The only problem, unlike Florida, they've got three really good. Three of their 4 top players are all freshmen, which in a tournament is not scary, but it's hard to see them, experience. That's why people aren't giving the Spurs as much of a chance to win the title this year, because they don't have the experience in the playoffs. I think the same thing with Arizona, but do they have the talent to win? I absolutely think they can.
Awesome. Well, I hope everybody that's watching this has good luck with the brackets they fill out. I know Kyle sent the one out for our network to do internally, so I got mine all filled out, which I pretty much just selected everything that I knew somebody would have a problem with. So that was my strategy for this one. We'll see how that goes.
So you picked Duke to win it all. Okay, got it.
I had them going pretty far. Louisville was in like pretty really, really late just to,
Loserville just for Kyle.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah. Before we get out here, let's quick shout out our sponsors. Might ask for some help this week. I'll start it off with Sparrow Hair Studios. I do know Randy took his son there to go get a haircut last week. So that was kind of cool. And I think from what I understood, Lewis went out there and met up with him, and they met in person for the first time. So that was pretty neat. So thank you, Sparrow Hair Studios, for supporting us. Mike, would you like to take the second one?
I don't know if I can spell Lotwin. Let me do Jim
You don't
Montgomery.
have to spell it.
This day in Philly sports history. Jim is my homie. He was in my wedding party, and he's been doing this for years and years before any of us on CCPOD here ever even thought about podcasting. Jim was out there doing it every single day. If you are a Philly sports fan, and even if you're not a Philly sports fan, it's a good watch, it's a good listen, and I'm really enjoying being part of his Discord as well, inside our Discord, and getting into Philly sports history trivia every day. I pick Lindros every time there's a hockey question. It's fun. It's the only hockey player I know, him and Claude Giroux. So, and today Claude Giroux was one of the answers. So I was like, Lindros and Giroux. And he was like, actually, this time you're right. And I was like, awesome.
Oh. Well, I could take our third one. If you ever need your custom 3D printed chains, like we saw the DR repping in the World Baseball Classic, you can go to our friends over at Lotwin. It's LOTWYN.
Good job.
Use the code
Good job.
TCPOD, get 10% off your custom 3D chains that we love to use here at the Clashing Conferences for all of our internal competitions and all of our fun stuff we like to rep.
And hey, speaking of Jim and Lotwin sponsored our chain for the Fantasy Football League winner. And hopefully this weekend it actually makes it into Jim's hands. So that would be pretty cool.
If Kyle doesn't take it away, right?
Yeah. They're brothers. They're allowed to fight for it. That's fine. Long as it was given to a Montgomery, and I can say, all right, I did my part. See ya, I'm done. But I think that's going to take us out of here for tonight. Thank you guys for showing up and joining. Not like I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. No, but thank you guys, and we will see you soon.